Hi everyone, it's Don, and I hope everyone's had a great week. The weather here in Ottawa is finally clearing up, and it's looking like spring and summer is finally arriving, and I love that. What I don't love is waking up to stories in the news like I woke up to today, where a graduation cruise apparently wasn't even booked for all the people who's already paid for the cruise. And so it's one of those buyer beware stories, and I'm going to tell you how this could possibly have happened right after this. So, quickly a recap. Waynes County High School students this last year decided to graduate. They wanted to do something epic, and so they decided to do a senior class graduation cruise. Over 70 students signed up for the graduation cruise. They contacted an organizer, they paid their money for the cruise. They're going to have the best time ever with Carnival, and it's going to be one of those memories of a lifetime, only to find out 4 days ago that only 19 of the 70 actually have rooms, and they were only booked on May 1st, and the cruise sails on May 27th. So all these other people have paid their money, but there's no ship, and there's no reservation, and there's no nothing. So what happened? How could this possibly have happened? And so let's dive a little bit into that. Normally, what happens when you're organizing a group cruise, as myself, I just went through this with a large group, is a travel agent or an organizer will contact the cruise liner and will reserve a certain amount of cabins at a certain price for a certain cruise. As people start putting their deposits down, you book their rooms, they get receipts, they know what rooms they're going to be in, the cruise line has their money, and those people get receipts from the cruise line saying this is what happened. Apparently, this is a different type of organizer, and the lady's name is Jackie Boserman Dean. And of course, she's been unable to be contacted since all these people found out they don't have a cruise. And I don't know if she's a travel agent or just a party organizer or what it is, but it just sounds like a complete scam to me, because you have to book these rooms well in advance. You can't try and book 70 people into a ship the month of the cruise. It's just not going to happen. Cruise lines have done something already until that time to make sure that ship is as full as possible. So to try and get 70 cabins on a ship at that late date is utterly impossible. So some of these students have paid between $4,000 and $6,000 on this cruise, and they don't have any cabins, and the money's been paid since March. And that really struck a red flag with me, because I just looked online for the next cruise on the Carnival Miracle 7-day cruise, and for a balcony cabin for two people, including taxes and port fees and everything, I come up with around $2,100. So I don't know why these people are paying double and triple that price for their cruise, unless there's a whole lot of things thrown in, like shore excursion, even shore excursions. Even if you paid your shore, even $200 a shore excursion, you're not coming up to $4,000 on a 7-day cruise. So I don't know where these prices are coming from and why it's so expensive. What are they going to do? Well, right now, the only recourse they can actually do is sue the organizer of this cruise and try and find out what happened. But I'm asking myself the question to these parents, and out of all these parents, have none of them ever been on a cruise before? Did no one ever say, where's my receipt? What room am I in? How come I can't go online and do online book like reservations or shore excursions? That's a lot of questions that can happen, because the minute you put a reservation in, you can log into your name and see your booking. So if I'm paying money down, I want to know for sure that I can see there. And if I notice I'm not seeing myself there. I'm asking that organizer what's going on. And if that organizer told me, oh, don't worry, we're going to pay everything all at once and we'll give you your room later, red flags would be going up for me all over the place. So I really feel sorry for these students. Like, their entire graduation is basically ruined. Some of them have to pay twice to go on and then wait for legal ramifications. I know the Attorney General is now looking into this. Carnival Cruise Line is trying to help out as best they can, but the ship is almost sold out completely. It's not their fault. They had nothing to do with this. Carnival has nothing to do with this. They are just the recipient, happen to be the ship that this person said they were going to be booking everybody on. So let's get that straight right off the bat. In all the news that I've heard lately of anything going wrong on a Carnival ship, Carnival has done the right thing. You all remember what happened with the busted pipe? Well, everyone got the full refund of the cruise, a 50% cruise credit. They offered to fly people home, put them up in hotels. They handle their business correctly. So don't get mistaken in saying that Carnival Cruise Line is canceling this, because I've seen some news stories out there that mention Carnival but don't mention that this is an organization outside of Carnival. So I just want to make sure that's clear. This is the buyer beware story. If you're organizing any kind of group, any kind of event whatsoever, and you're paying money down, make sure you have receipts. Make sure that the money is going to where it says it's going, especially cruises. You can't just give money to somebody and say, yeah, in a year from now, book me on that ship. It doesn't make a lot of sense, and I really feel for these people. Carnival is doing their best to accommodate them. It looks like the graduation cruise is going to have to be split up into 2 different ships over 2 different time periods. Again, you don't get to celebrate as much with your fellow graduates, and it's just a bad situation all around. And none of the news stories, other than saying the lady's name who they paid, is saying whether this person's a travel agent, party planner, just an organizer, a friend of somebody. We don't know yet, so look forward to hearing all about this, because if this is a travel agent, they have broken so many rules of the travel agent industry, period. Period. There's nothing other than scam warnings all over the place for this person. So we'll follow this story. I'll let you know what happens when we find out a little bit more in details, but I just wanted to say, if you're looking into a group cruise of any kind or an event of any kind whatsoever that involves travel, including weddings, if you're going to the Caribbean and booking a wedding off-site, make sure you see receipts. Make sure you see contacts at the place you're supposed to be booking. If you're booking hotel room for 20 guests for a wedding, make sure that hotel, call them up, check online, see if they have your reservation once you start to put money down. Because if they don't, you should be finding out right away what's going on. Again, I hope you like this quick update. It's not a great story. There doesn't seem to be a whole happy ending coming out of this. But please give it a like, and if you want to see more videos, more cruise tips, more videos from around the world, please hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.